Hello, my name is Liv and this is Live with Liv, and today I'm going to talk about my 5 favorite SMS strategies and hacks that you can use with your SMS marketing. Before I get into the strategies and hacks, I do want to talk a little bit about why you should be using SMS marketing. The biggest reason why you should be using SMS is that almost everyone has a phone and is texting back and forth. So it is a great platform to be able to talk to people on because you know people are on their phones, you know people are text messaging, and you know that they're going to see your message. 95% of text messages are read in the first 3 minutes. So it's also a really timely platform. So if you have a message like, our sale ends in 2 hours and you send it 2 hours before, that person is probably going to read it right as you're sending it. So it's a great way to talk to someone at a specific time. SMS is also a very conversational platform. So it's not like email marketing. People are used to receiving, quick updates and quick texts. So it's a great way to talk to your audience in a different voice. Those are just a couple of reasons why you should start using SMS. Now I'm going to get into my 5 favorite hacks and strategies for SMS marketing. The first strategy is that SMS should be used alongside your email marketing. SMS and email are 2 very different ways for you to communicate with your audience. Email, you can do a lot of long form content, video, photo, all that jazz, and SMS is a little bit more succinct and conversational. So in order to get the best of both worlds, you'll want to use the 2 platforms together instead of using them in separate silos, and I'll give a couple examples of how you can do that. The first example is for retargeting around sales. So for example, if I were to send out an email campaign on Saturday about a sale that we're having. We're having our big Labor Day sale and it starts today and it's going to end on Monday. After I send out that email, I can retarget the people who clicked that email but didn't purchase through SMS. And obviously this depends on the platforms you're using. With the platform we use, Emotive, with Klaviyo, we can actually see who's clicked a Klaviyo email and then retarget them with SMS. Then on Monday, I could send out an SMS to everyone who's clicked but has not purchased that product and remind them that the sale is ending today and that they need to purchase. And this just creates another touch point and another platform that someone's going to see your messaging on. And they might have not purchased from the email, but when they see the SMS, they end up purchasing. The second example is to intertwine your email and SMS flows. Let's say that someone abandons cart. So you send them an abandoned cart email. And for whatever reason, they do not open that abandoned cart email. If you have their number and you're doing SMS, you could then send them a text message the next day. And this might be the platform that they check more than their email and might be what gets them to go back to their cart and purchase the item. So by being strategic and mixing the flows together, it's a lot better than having them act as 2 silos. So for example, if you sent an abandoned cart email and then the same day you also sent an abandoned cart SMS, people might just be getting too much from you across multiple platforms and unsubscribe or just not be as interested as if you were to take the different touch points and intertwine them together. The third example is using the data that you get from email for SMS conversations. So let's say for our plant company, we send out, a post-purchase flow. And in that post-purchase flow, we send our different collections. So, our pet-friendly collection, easy care collection, low light. And we see that someone consistently clicks on the pet-friendly collection. So we know that they're interested in pet-friendly plants. So now we can take that data and send, a broadcast with SMS or make a flow with it that's a little bit more conversational about these pet-friendly plants. It could be something like, hey Liv, if you're looking for another pet-friendly plant, I love the parlor palm. If you're interested in it, I would love to give you a discount. This just creates more of a personalized experience for the shopper, and it makes it so they're way more likely to purchase from your store because you're really curating the experience for them. Strategy 2 is that you should be sending text messages like a friend. Our SMS flows do significantly better than our SMS broadcasts because usually our broadcasts are a little bit more sale oriented. Our flows are a little bit more conversational and will be like we're texting you as your friend. And SMS is a really, personal experience. We text our friends, we text our mom. So when companies are talking to us, it's really hard when it's just always like, take 20% off, take 20% off. Like your friend would never say that to you. So you don't want to be that person or that company for your customer. Here's an example of how you could do this in a post-purchase flow. And I'm going to use Glamnetics as an example because I just bought stick-on nails from them a little while back. What Glamnetics could do is that after I've purchased and it's been a couple of weeks, they could send a text message to me that says, hey Liv, this is Sarah from Glamnetics, I saw that you got XYZ nail design. How are you liking it? And with a lot of SMS platforms, you can do positive and negative sentiment, like attentive, emotive. So if they responded with, I loved it, or they're great, or these are awesome, then that would trigger one flow. But if they were like, I hate them, they broke off or something like that, that could trigger a different flow. So if it was positive sentiment, you could send a follow-up message like this. Oh, that's great to hear. I talked to a lot of different people who love that design. I have listed some other of my favorites that are similar below. You would obviously make this a little bit more succinct, and then send them to a collection of similar nail designs. And if it had been negative sentiment, you could send a message that says, hey, I'm sorry about that. You can go reach out to our team here and we'll make it right. And this is just one example, but you can get really creative with it. There are a million touch points across the customer journey that you could create really, really conversational flows. And my example is more of a sales email, like we're trying to get them to purchase another nail set, but you could even do it that's a little bit more transactional or helpful just to help improve the customer experience. So for example, if the shipment was delayed, there's a lot of different ways that you can tell that a shipment is delayed and then relay that to your SMS platform. You could send out an automated message that says, hey, it looks like your shipment has been delayed. I'm really sorry about that. Take 10% off, your next order. So people feel like, you're looking out for them and taking care of them. The third strategy is to text like a friend with imagery, not just with words. If you know about the Nudge or have ever signed up for them, they will send you text messages of fun things to do in your city. I would get a lot when I was in Seattle. And a lot of times they would send, a text message and then they would send a picture of the event or someone doing this activity. And it wasn't, a big touched up photo or something that's been through Canva. It was just a real photo of a person. And so it felt like my friend was sending me text messages. So do that with your SMS marketing. You don't have to send, crazy Canva designed images or crazy GIFs. Just send a normal picture of your product that's not super touched up, so it feels like they're getting this text message from a friend. But do make sure that if you are sending images through SMS, that they are adding value to the text message. Messaging with pictures and GIFs and all of that can cost a lot more. So make sure that, you're not just sending pictures to send pictures, that they're actually adding value to the message. The fourth strategy is to incentivize being a SMS subscriber. When someone signs up for your SMS list, let them know that they're going to get exclusive access to sales, deals, and new product launches so they feel special and want to stay on your SMS list. And my fifth and final strategy is to segment down. Depending on the platform that you use for SMS, it can get a little bit pricey to send to a lot of people. So segmenting is really, really, really important. You don't want to be sending to people who are unengaged, who are just still on your SMS list and haven't opted out. You really want to be sending to the people who are engaging, clicking, and actually driving sales. Here are some of the segments that I suggest using. The first segment is engaged prospects 90 days. This is anyone who has clicked a link in a text message that you've sent them in the last 90 days but hasn't purchased. The second segment is opted in the last 30 days but hasn't purchased. So anyone who has just recently opted into your list but hasn't purchased. The third segment is people who have abandoned cart in the last 30 days but have not purchased. The fourth segment is first-time purchasers, so people who have purchased one time from your store. And the fifth segment is purchases over once, so anyone who has been a repeat purchaser. If you send to these 5 segments, you're going to get a higher return on the money that you're putting into SMS because these people are more engaged and more likely to purchase from you. And feel free to send messages to people who are not as engaged on your list, but only do that as kind of a re-engagement campaign. Do not be sending to them on a regular basis. It will really, really be costly for you and your SMS marketing efforts. That is all for this video. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. If you would like to see more content like this, please subscribe, and I will see you all next week.